And so I kind of wondered whether you could sort of talk about the anti-lawn position and like why, well, like, and how much damage does the sort of like pristine lawn actually do to like the environment and to the world?
Well, the first thing I want to say too is I'm not trying to make this like a chic, fashion statement. It's more just the practicality of all this. If you're out there every day playing bocce ball or fucking, laying in the grass, frolicking around and shit, that's great. They keep the lawn. That's great. If you're like a big soccer fan, you're playing soccer, your lawn is big enough to play soccer and you like hanging out. But they keep the lawn. But I don't think that's what's going on in like 95% of the cases. I think we have this thing because it's just what you do and it's what the neighbor does and it came with the house, and we're so fucking disconnected from the ecology around us, the ecosystem around us, from 99% of every other living thing that occupies this space. At the end of the day, the lawn is just this fucking deranged, completely myopic and anthropocentric way to exist in a space. And we can't imagine what else would be there. Like, what is it? What else? What are you going to have? You don't have a lawn. I mean, you maybe plant a tree or something. Or what are you going to have? You're going to have all the cool other plants that grow where you live and live there for millions of years and evolve there and support all the pollinators, all the cool fucking insects and butterflies. It's about having a connection to the land you live on. And this is something that indigenous people in North America, and they get fetishized a lot in modern leftism. And I hate to be another person doing that because I think it's fucking corny and it misses the point. But this is something, that connection to the land is something that indigenous people in North America and many other places had. And they had no other choice. They formed a connection with the land that they lived on because they basically either migrated around or, essentially lived outside. There wasn't this indoctrinated system of we're separate and apart from it. We're better than it. We need to control it. They had an innate awareness. And I think that was something they probably learned over time. I don't think when they got here, it was like that. I think when they got here, they caused extinction of a lot of megafauna. They probably had their own fuck ups. They've had their own civilizational, different tribes had civilizational crashes. And I think it was a trial and error thing. And they eventually learned we need to come up with a better way because we're fucking up and this isn't working. And so that's why they ended up. And of course, there's thousands of tribes. It's, not everyone was the same. But I'm just saying that it's a good model. It's a good land ethic. And I think more importantly, having a connection to the land around you is what makes for a healthier and mental and emotional state. I think it does. I think it's, there's a lot of dark shit in the world right now. And we live these isolated, fucked up lives. And we look at these fucking things all the time and they fuck our minds up even more. All this poison coming in, sometimes good stuff coming in too. Sometimes just, nudes, butt pics, pictures of food, whatever. But there's a lot of dark shit out there. And I think having a connection to the land you live on, I mean, being able to go sit in a garden on a fucking bench surrounded by a bunch of cool, perennial shrubs covered in butterflies and native bees and pollinators, that's a nice thing. I think once people turn shit off, turn that cacophony in the brain off and sit there and just fucking pay attention, it's a nice thing. I don't think anyone can deny that. You have to be pretty fucking weird to not think that's a nice, pleasant thing, if you're able to actually sit there and enjoy it. So that's what Kill Your Lawn is about. It's like, keep the lawn. If you use it, if your kids, people always say my kids love the lawn. Really? When I was a kid, I didn't want to hang out in a fucking exposed grass field to the fucking 85-degree, 90-degree summer temperatures. Just, this is great. I love sitting in the grass. No, it's, when I was a kid, we wanted to go crawl around in the bushes, dig holes, look for bugs. That was more fun. I think it's just this archaic, pointless, thing. And the amount of time people spend mowing and all this, herbicides, getting non-native grasses to grow where they're not, in an environment they don't like, in a soil they don't like, and all that shit, all that money can be spent. You plant a couple native plants, learn about the things around you, and then start to watch these things grow. Watch the thing flower. Like, even just like a native bush of whatever species is and whatever family of plants is near you, and that it is important. Every ecosystem has these cornerstone plants that are really important and really dominant. Plant a couple, find out what that is, plant a couple of those. Watch what pollinators show up to it. Watch how it flowers. Watch when it ends up producing fruit and seeds. I think that is really rewarding for people. And I think that's why, you know, the movement, if you want to call it that, has grown so much, at least in the United States, over the last few years. I think COVID was put people in the right space for it. And I think they've kind of taken it with them afterwards. Like, this is pretty good. This feels good. Same thing I felt when I was learning about all this shit 15 years ago. This feels good. I'm going to keep doing this. I'm going to keep sniffing on this. This is nice. You know?
Yeah.